Shifting focus now to Mozambique, the southern African country is on edge since the presidential polls in October, which extended the 49-year-old reign of the ruling Frelimo party. Since then, the country is witnessing violent protests against the election result. But in the latest, Mozambique's government has banned any more protests in the country, calling it as acts of terrorism. Mozambique's Interior Minister, Pascal Ronda, while announcing the ban, accused protest organizers of using drugged youth to destabilize the country. These protests have been mobilized by the opposition leader and the presidential runner-up, Venancio Mondlane, who is currently in hiding in South Africa. The weeks of protests have left several people dead and injured. Let us take you through how these deadly protests were triggered. Now, it all started with Mozambique's presidential polls on the 9th of October. The ruling Frelimo party was seeking to extend its rule. Early results showed the Frelimo set for an easy win. However, the opposition claimed massive electoral fraud. Now, opposition leader Venancio Mondlane, an independent candidate backed by the Podemos party, had then called for a national strike in protest. But things worsened when the two of his associates who were participating to challenge the poll results in court were shot dead in the capital of Maputo on the 18th of October. Now, these killings sparked violent protests in which police fired tear gas canisters. Mondlane and his aides were also victims of the crackdown. He then announced on social media that he was fleeing the country, fearing for his life, and later revealed that he had fled to neighboring South Africa. On the 24th of October, the electoral body declared the Frelimo party's candidate, Daniel Chapo, as the winner with over 70% of the votes. But Mondlane, who came second with 20% of the votes, declared himself as the clear winner. He has since been mobilizing protests through social media, where he has a huge following. Last week, Mozambique saw the biggest protest since the unrest began, with soldiers being deployed to help keep order. Police fired tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse thousands of protesters who lit fires and barricaded roads in Maputo. Now, according to Human Rights Watch, at least 18 people have been killed in the violence. Some rights groups have put the death toll at more than 30. The unrest has also caused tensions with neighboring South Africa, which temporarily shut its main border with Mozambique over the violence. Now, Mozambique has also witnessed internet cuts and social media shutdowns as the protests spread, which have impacted businesses and everyday operations. But Mozambicans have continued their rallies. Over the weekend, several residents in the capital of Maputo gathered for some unique demonstrations, during which they banged on pots and pans. Mozambique, a country which has rich natural deposits of coal and minerals, remains underdeveloped to its internal unrest. And the latest chaos is only pushing the southern African nation toward more political instability.